Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Des Howard here again, and I'm here with my boy Devin Bradley, and I'm gonna pretty much let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about himself.
All right, so I'm Devin Bradley. I am from Georgia, and I'm new to this entrepreneur stuff, and I'm eager to learn. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right, appreciate that, my guy. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna hop right into it, and what I want you to do is answer a couple of questions and just give me some feedback because people want to know about what you do and everything. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. For my first question, what I want to ask you is, what made you get into entrepreneurship? Because I know you said it was pretty new to you. So what made you do that?
So money, man. Everybody wants that green. Yeah, so I'd say definitely making money and being financially free is one of the things that has drawn me to entrepreneurship. And obviously you making all that money and being that guy on Instagram. So
I guess he don't know me no more. I guess I'm just an Instagram guy. That's kind of messed up.
That's Jeff Bezos right now.
That's crazy. So a lot of people get started in entrepreneurship for money as well. Because truth be told, with entrepreneurship, what I've learned is you can make $100,000 in sales, but only take $35,000 home that year, right? Which is cool, right? So, but you also can go get a job and make $35,000 a year too. So, my question is to you is, would it be better or for the security? Because I know entrepreneurship is your income is not promised, but
right.
With a job, your income is secure. That's even if you're on salary. You know what I'm saying? At any given time, they can come in and depending on what state you're in, say you're fired. Right. So, would you say, are you more so for security or just financial freedom?
Financial freedom, and I want to be the guy in the position to be come in one day and say you're fired. I want to own my. I don't want to clock in every day. I want to own my own business. I want to be in charge. I don't like having other people in charge of me. So I feel like going this way and starting young, by the time I'm in my 30s, I'll be financially free and set to do pretty much whatever I want to do. So.
That's good. So let me ask you this question. Since you said you said something very interesting. Since you're in your you said you want to wait until you in your 30s to have a good substantial amount of income and have that that business and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like 30 is old?
Nah, I just feel like 30 is in that when you start living going some people are in their 20s now but they're still living off their parents. I feel like when you hit your 30s it's you're by yourself, and at that point it's ridiculous to be getting money from your parents. So I would say at 30 is when you're solidified by yourself and on your own and making money on your own. And I would say at that point I want to be financially free and be able to do anything I want at that time.
Okay, yeah, it's good that you say you start young. How old are you again?
21.
Okay, so you're 21. That's actually good because I know for me I just turned 23. I started it when I was actually I think 20. I think I started this almost 4 years ago now. And what I realized is when I was starting quote unquote young, I don't believe age matters in the mind and certain levels of age your mind had to develop to think differently and stuff. Mm-hmm. But as far as work ethic and work, right. I don't consider age to be a factor. But when you're talking to an older person, they always look at you and say, "Dang, I wish I was doing that when I was your age." And it's it's almost they saying it in the sense of regret.
Right.
So you're trying to go after not regretting anything because of course I believe that at any given time you can go get a job. A job will be great for you. So that's what I'm saying. You're going after financial freedom, which means you're okay with failing right now.
Right. Yeah, you're always going to fail because you got to fail forward. You got to fail and learn from it and not fail and just walk away from it. You know what I mean? You got to keep pushing because that's how you get to success. Yeah.
And some of my mentors, they always refer to entrepreneurship as a jungle. Are you ready to be in this jungle? It's not it's almost survival of the fittest because it's man, I might make $15,000 this day, or I might make $500, or I might make $5, and tomorrow I make no money.
Right, but that's just part of the grind, man. You just gotta be hungry for it, and be able to take days like that and just be well, that doesn't mean anything to me. I know that the next day I'll be able to make 500 or 300 or.
So
whatever.
basically, having that positive mindset,
right?
Really, that hustle, that grind, that grit.
Right.
Because I feel if you're not hustling every day, because when you a beginner, which is you are a beginner in entrepreneurship, your income is active income, which means you have to work for it. It's it's not passive. You don't have a residual. That means if you don't do the work, you're not getting paid.
Right.
Right. And a lot of entrepreneurs or new entrepreneurs, they get that confused, and I don't want you to get that confused because a lot of people, they see people like me on Instagram or whatever it may be, and
they think it's easy.
They think it's easy.
Right.
But I always see this picture on Instagram where it's like a mountain, right? It's like a mountain that you're walking up, and it's like a guy with no shoes on. They had like spiced glass, like a smooth road, all types of things, and then had the people at the bottom looking there saying, "Dang, that looks easy," but his feet was bleeding, and he had to go through all that to get to where he's at. And that's what sometimes what that is called is pretty much the process, and sometimes people don't understand that you have to go through a process. So
Trust the process.
And you have to trust the process, right? So my question to you is, are you willing to go through that process?
100%. And I feel like I've got a couple people in my corner that can help me through that process, and not make it easier, but like make it worth it, if that makes sense.
Facts.
And just
Cause like I always use the example if like you use friends or mentors or people to help you guide you in the right direction. It's almost like a GPS, right? And this is what a lot of people mess up in entrepreneurship. They want to they want to be the new Elon Musk. They want to be the new person who created Dell or whatever it may be.
right. You don't gotta reinvent.
You ain't gotta reinvent the wheel, but what you gotta do is be humble, have humility, and being able to like listen. You feel what I'm saying? Be able to follow the correct people that has results that you want, right? So what I like to tell people is like, it's one thing. This is one thing that my mentors really told me. And they said, all that you earn, all the money that you earn as an entrepreneur is not yours, and a lot of people don't understand that. And what I mean by that is like,
explain that.
Okay, I can explain that. So we actually have taxes. We just get taxed differently, right? You want to reinvest, right? You want living expenses, right? Charities, right? Because oftentimes they think rich people are stingy, right? But also like saying that's another tax write-off, but we can get in deeper conversation about that later. And there's other things that you have to like emergency funds.
Right.
So if anybody listen to this right now, one thing my mentor taught me, he said always keep $1,000 in emergency funds because you never know what can happen. Whether it's a car breaking down, someone needs help. You know what I'm saying? And my mentor he do say this: you have to have a giving pot as well.
A giving pot.
Yeah, and he's like once that giving pot is over, you don't go into anything else. Right? A giving pot. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing, and I'll actually break down the percentages because I actually have it here on my phone because we always talk about six steps to do with your money, right? So number one, pay yourself first. That's 10% of all that you earn, right? If you read The Rich Man in Babylon, it says 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. That's a quote that he always says. 2, 10% goes to charity.
Okay.
Right. 3. 25% is the living expenses. That's phone bill, rent, car, note, like eating, like all that's 25% of your income.
Gotcha.
Right. 4 is 15% goes to your business, goes back into the business. Right. 20% taxes, and 20% invest.
Got you.
Right. To keep that income steady and turns into a residual to where you're not working for money, you're putting your money to work for you.
Right.
And you're not actively working, now it's passively happening for you. It's crazy how that works, right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to get to that level.